Greetings, Chem 1 students. This is experiment 14, conductivity of solutions, the effect of concentration. It says if an ionic compound is dissolved in water, it dissociates into its ions. You can see this sodium chloride right here, solid. It dissociates into sodium ions, chlorine ions. That would conduct electricity because we have the ions. In this experiment, you will study the effect of increasing the concentration of ionic compounds on conductivity. The conductivity will be measured as concentration of the solution is gradually increased by the addition of concentrated NaCl drops. The same procedure will be used to investigate the effects of adding solutions with the same concentration, 1 molar, but different number of ionic compounds. For example, aluminum chloride and calcium chloride. The computer interface conductivity probe will be used to measure the conductivity. In this experiment, you will use a conductivity probe to measure the conductivity of solutions, investigate the relationship between the conductivity and concentration of a solution, investigate the conductivity of solutions resulting from compounds that dissociate to produce different number of ions. If you look at figure 1 right here, this is the same type of a setup that we used on computer lab number 13, where we're going to have the beaker, all right, and we're going to have the conductivity probe here. Remember, do not take the utility clamp and tighten it too much onto that, or we can break the conductivity probe, okay? Once again, this procedure, we need to wear our goggles. We need to make sure that the conductivity probe is set to the 0 to the 2000 position, okay? So on the little box, make sure you switch it to the 0 to 2000 position. Prepare Lab 14 conductivity solutions from the Chemistry with Vernio folder, okay? Follow the directions. 70 milliliters of distilled water. Now, one of the big things here that we are doing is we are collecting and then we are keeping. So this is a tough step right here, okay? You hit collect, you carefully raise the beaker and its contents up around the conductivity probe, making sure that we have the little hole of the conductivity probe submerged in the solution, okay? We let the conductivity reading stabilize, and then you click keep. Once you click keep, okay, you need to lower the beaker away from the probe and type in 0 because this is the first one, 0 drops added. Press the enter key, and then this will store the data point onto your graph. Okay, this gives the conductivity of water before anything is added. Now you're ready to add the salt solution. You take 1 drop of sodium chloride, okay, you add it to the distilled water, and you stir to make sure that it is mixed. Do not stir with the conductivity probe. We stir with a stirring rod. So take your stirring rod, put it in there. I don't want to break my conductivity probe stirring it. Once you make sure that it is mixed, you raise the beaker again. You wait for the conductivity to stabilize. You hit keep, and you lower the beaker away and type 1 because you've added 1 drop. You repeat step 6, drop by drop, entering 2 drops, and then 3 drops, and then 4 drops, okay? You continue this until 8 drops have been added, then you click stop, okay? Once you click stop, you've finished recording the data. You need to dispose of the contents as directed by your teacher. We will be able to put these down the sink because these are salts. That's not going to hurt anything, so just dump those down the sink. Okay? We need to take the conductivity probe, clean them the same way we cleaned them in experiment number 13, and then we need to get ready for our next run. So number 10 says prepare the computer for data collection. From the experiment menu, choose store latest run. This stores the data so we can bring it up later on. Okay, we will now do our second, third, and fourth trials. The second one using calcium chloride, the third one using aluminum chloride, and the fourth one using a sucrose solution. Okay, now you need to make a linear fit, so you're going to follow 14 and 15 to get a graph. All right, I want you to be aware here, folks, that this right here, this table is not correct. If you come back up here, you look, the second one we do is calcium chloride, the third one is aluminum chloride. Is that what it says right here? Absolutely not. The second one is aluminum chloride, the third one is calcium chloride. So make sure you are aware of that, or you're going to miss questions when we half sheet scrap this. You need to make sure you answer all of the questions on your own sheet of paper. So we are going to have a graph, and we are going to have this sheet of paper that we need to work on when we half sheet scrap our data processing for 13 and 14. So what I would do is I would make sure that every person has a copy of the graph. So you might want to print off more than one. This has been Computer Lab number 14, Conductivity of Solutions, the Effect of Concentration. Ladies and gentlemen, let's investigate.